Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just did these super cute mermaid nails as part of my collaboration with Modelones, and I'm honestly obsessed. I had to make a full tutorial because this set is giving everything it needs to give. So Modelones sent me their 28 color gel polish kit, and let me tell you, it's the perfect summer starter kit, especially for DIYers like me. As the name suggests, it comes with 28 gorgeous gels, and they even threw in this super cute holographic glitter top coat and a matte top coat, which is awesome. What I love about this kit is that it's mostly shimmery gels, not your basic solid or jelly colors, though there are about 3 jelly color shades in here too. These gels are just fun and sparkly and perfect for summer, and I'm all about nails that shine and catch the sunlight, and this kit is that girl. There are also a few cat eye gels included as well, and they even give you a little magnetic wand to activate the shimmers. Another thing I can appreciate is on the back of the box, there's a printed lot number and expiration date. If you're buying from places like Amazon or you're ever worried about getting expired gel polish, this is super reassuring. And right next to that, there's an ingredient list and instructions on how to use and store the gels. So if you're curious, you can pause and take a look. Okay, let's go ahead and check out all the colors inside. I'm going to turn on my flash camera because, like I said, most of these are shimmers and glitters, so flashlighting is definitely the way to go to really show them off. And a quick rundown of the top coats you get. The glittery one is called Laser. It's so pretty. Plus you get a base coat, a matte top coat, and a regular glossy top coat. So now that we've checked out all the colors, let's get right into the design. So this right here is exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'll be replicating it on my dominant hand, which means I'm painting with my non-dominant hand. I haven't painted with my left hand in a while, so we're embracing a little bit of chaos today. First, I'm starting with my trusty Holo Taco Peely base coat. I apply a nice even layer on each nail and let it dry for at least 10 minutes. This stuff is seriously a game changer. It makes removing gel polish a breeze because the whole design just peels off and there's no need to file or soak it off. You can use this on both your natural nails and extensions, and it's perfect if you're like me and you just want to do a fun design and let it last for a couple of days. I'm not always trying to commit to a full 2-week mani, so this product right here is perfect for temporary looks. Plus, there's just something so satisfying about peeling them off. For this design, I'm using 3 main colors from the Modelones kit. One of the shades I ended up using wasn't actually the right one I had planned, and I didn't realize it until I was about halfway through, but we'll get into that later. We're going to start off with this shimmery pink shade. It almost looks purple at first glance, but to me it reads into more of like a pink, maybe a magenta or a fuchsia kind of vibe. I'm applying this all over the nail bed of my pointer finger and ring finger. And now here's the thing. This ended up being the wrong color. It looked super similar to the one I originally used, so I didn't really notice it at first. But once I started applying it, I realized that it was leaning more towards like a purple-blue mix. I'd say it was kind of giving indigo, and my goal was to just get purple. But I didn't know it yet, so I kept rolling with it, and I just blended these 2 shades together while they were still wet using my ombre brush, and I gently dabbed the brush up and down the nail to create a kind of a smooth gradient, and really mixing the glitters together. Once I was happy with the blend, I popped my hand in my big lamp and cured everything for about 60 to 90 seconds. You want to make sure that it's fully cured, especially with layered gels like this. And then I repeated this process again just to make the colors pop a little bit more. The next one I grabbed is this shimmery light purple shade, and I used that along with the other colors you can see on the screen, and I applied like tiny globs of them onto my nail, and my plan was to kind of like blend it together. I was gonna do like a marbled effect, and this part was so fun, but you do really have to be careful not to overmix it. I actually did overmix it on my left hand, and even though it still came out pretty, it just kind of looks like one tone, so I really made sure to be careful and just blend it out very slowly on my right hand. Here's my tip. Instead of dabbing directly into the blobs of gel, try working around them and gently blending them outwards. It kind of helps keep that marbled effect naturally. Then I went back in with this shimmery pink gel polish again and applied a single layer to my pinky nail. And I made sure to just apply it evenly and then cure it all. And now this is when I realized I was actually using the wrong shade of purple. This is the original shade I used on my left hand. So once I realized I was using the wrong color, I just went in with another layer. As you can see, this one is more of a deep shimmery purple with no other undertones. It's just a solid, rich shimmer of purple. So to fix things, I went ahead and applied a thin coat of the correct purple shade right on top of the indigo shimmer polish. And luckily, it was an easy fix and it still looked really smooth and good. But I'll be honest, I actually really did like the indigo combo. It was giving like mysterious mermaid vibes, but I needed to match my other hand, so I had to let it go. Now this kit also includes a basic white cat eye gel polish, and I love white cat eye gel polishes. It's one of the most versatile options out there, especially when you're layering it with jelly colors, and it's like a staple in every nail collection. And I had this idea to layer the white cat eye right over top of the shimmery pink polish. I really didn't know what it would look like or to see what kind of effect it would give, so I added a slightly thicker coat right over the cured pink shimmer. Then I used the magnetic wand that came in the kit to shift the shimmer particles around. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly on camera. From one angle, you only see the silver cat eye flash, but when you turn your nail the other way, the pink shimmer peeks out through underneath, and I am so obsessed with it. After that, I sealed everything in with the glossy top coat. It's important to fully cure your base layers before you top coat, so don't skip that step. Once the top coat was applied, I cured the nails again for another 60 to 90 seconds to lock it all in. And next up, we're going to get into the fun part, which is the 3D elements and charms. This is where the look really starts to come together, so let's get into it. For the 3D details, I'm using the Jin B Crazy Thick Top Gel. This stuff is seriously the best for 3D nail art. It's non-wipe, doesn't yellow over time, and it holds its shape super well. It's especially helpful when you're working slower, like when you're working with your non-dominant hand like me, and you can even use it to attach charms. So I picked some up on my 7mm liner brush and started drawing out my seashell patterns. For the seashell design, I created 5 stripes in total. The 5th stripe goes straight down the center of the nail, and the other 4 angle upwards, starting lower and working their way towards the top middle of my nail, and leaving just a tiny bit of space between the cuticle and the design. Basically, everything can meet at the top, and that's how you create a seashell pattern. Even though this 3D gel barely moves thanks to how thick and high viscosity it is, I still recommend flash curing in between each stripe as you go, because as they all meet at the top, if you don't cure them separately, they'll start to touch and blur together, and that'll make your lines look way less sharp and defined. So I just recommend taking that extra few seconds to flash cure each stripe before moving forward. Just at least 10 seconds under the lamp. It makes a huge difference in the final look, trust me. I wanted to switch things up a little bit instead of doing the same seashell pattern again, so on my thumb I went in with a slanted seashell design. It's still basically the same thing, but this time they all met towards the left corner of my nail, and I left a little bit of space there on purpose, again, just to make sure that there was a little bit of room for the charms. Then I switched to a small dotting tool and I picked up some of that Jin B Crazy Thick Top Gel and started placing bubbles on my marble nail. I wanted to keep it kind of like minimalist, so I didn't go too heavy or overboard. And in case you're wondering why I switched to a dotting tool instead of a brush, I figured out a while ago that doing bubbles just kind of works best with a dotting tool, at least for me. I'm not even sure why. I guess to me it just kind of picks up more product, but I could be wrong. I also added a couple of bubbles on my pinky where the cat eye gel polish is, but I wanted to keep that nail mostly clear, so I just added 2 there. Then I started adding pearls. I used the tiniest ones I could find in my nail drawer. This is why it was super important to leave a little bit of space between your design and the cuticle area. Otherwise, it can get a little bit bulky and make it hard to place the charms. And once everything was in place, I made sure it was all fully cured. And I added a small gold starfish with a pearl right next to it. And of course, I made sure to do the same thing on my thumb, placing a starfish in the corner with a pearl beside it. Then I used 99% isopropyl alcohol to cleanse any leftover uncured residue. Finally, I'm finishing everything off with my Blossom Cuticle Oil. Can't remember the scent right now, but I'll figure it out and let you guys know in the description box down below. As always, I link everything down there, so make sure you check it out. And that's it. I love the purple color, the shimmer, and the way they catch light in every angle. It's just so pretty. If you guys are interested in checking out this kit, I'll have it linked down below. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and watching me do my nails. I hope you guys like this little nail art tutorial, and I will see you all next time.